Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer and we're returning to Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4 with our Soviet Let's Play. Let's take a brief look at our operatives. I think we are just currently trying to rescue one of our operatives. Yes, indeed, we are trying to do that. So that's fine. We're also defending on the main front over here, preparing for an assault over here. And most importantly, just kicking the Germans up here in the northern part, where they did overwhelm us at some point relatively significantly. But now I think it's our turn to overwhelm them in turn and make sure that they don't really have fun with their troops that are a little bit in the rear over here. But yeah, we are sending our forces forward, so I think that is brilliant, actually. You know what, you guys, can you maybe actually sort of circle around over here, get there, and then try to dash over here towards the north. I think that would be great if you could achieve that. Another small encirclement down here, not a big one though, so I think that is more or less fine. You guys, I would actually ask you guys then to get a new front line on, and that is going to be up over here, and sort of your offensive line is going to be sort of just directly north. And I think you're basically going to do that as you are finishing this up. So what? Let's actually assign you towards that right now. Good. And you're traveling there via railroad, so that's also fairly fantastic. You guys are moving there normally. No, most of you are also taking the railroad. Fantastic. Good stuff. You guys can try to cross the river over here while everyone is sort of making sure that we do get a proper encirclement round and up over there. Good. You guys done. Nice. Let's get over there along the coast here to try to capture this basically. You're trying to capture that. Let's also try to get the victory point, and you guys might come up there. Good. Nice. I like it. Yeah, we are sort of struggling a little bit up there, but I think all in all that's going to be fine. You know what, two of you guys should potentially attack over there. Support this attack at the very least, and you guys might also just support this. I think you guys should yeah, sign up fairly quickly to that attack, so that's nice. Yeah, and all of you are moving up. Okay, you are definitely struggling against this gentleman there, who's trying to move out anyway, so let's wait until he's gone, and then I think we'll be on a much better track. It's actually two guys, and nonetheless I think this guy is strategically redeploying it. We might as well be able to beat him, so that'd be nice. Right, same up over here. You know what, you can go there. Yeah, we are starting to see more German troops appearing out of in this area up here. So let's try to make sure that we are at least encircling these guys down here. That would be fairly lovely indeed. Good. Okay, you have a little bit of a problem here. Let's see whether that persists if we send in a second group of units, or at least a third division. Yeah, at this point, even though some of you are struggling a little bit, I think mostly we are fine. Let's try to circle around over here, and you guys try to pin these guys in, or at least actually cross the river there. Yeah, and we are getting a more consistent line up and running over here, so that's nice as well. Okay, you can stop this, but you can come up there. Yeah, and we are re-establishing a line, so that's nice. And you guys can then start to focus on this part over there. Just make this a little bit cleaner than it was before. Right, let's get you down there. You guys, let's kick down there, and everyone up here is more or less fine. Let's get a couple of people over here. Researched a little bit more infantry equipment. That is lovely indeed. I don't think we need industry right now. I mean, it's always useful to have engineering as well, but yeah, most infantry equipment is okay actually, so don't necessarily need to focus on that. I would love to get new tanks, or new light tanks even. Light tanks would be fantastic. New artillery we are researching. All of this is mostly fine. 1944 is a little bit too far away though. Better dogfighting. Fighter detection. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's actually do research that and spend a little bit in doing that. And since we do have so much air experience, what we might as well do is go ahead and build a new variant of this fighter with more engine power, more reliability, slightly better weapons, and yet more reliability. I think that's fine. That's a stupid name, but you know what, it's fine. and then what we can do is go ahead and, with these fighters, get them towards the new model. It's going to slightly decrease our production, but overall it's fine. Oh, we still have way too little steel, so you know what we can actually do is build up more of our steel plans, and let's do that with these 3 groups. At least it's going to reduce our construction by a significant margin, but I think that's going to be okay. How are we looking in terms of infantry equipment? Still about 60 days shortfall worth of production, but all in all I think sooner rather than later we're going to be alright. Well, this is not great. Can you come into there? Well, you can. Let's try to keep pushing towards this area up there. It would be fairly fantastic if we could get over here and reinforce these positions. And it's always a little bit annoying that Hearts of Iron doesn't really know when there is a lake that you don't need to guard against. Right, okay, so you are fine up here. Can you actually support this attack instead? No, because there is another lake in between. Well, that's okay then. Let's try to get you up here then instead. And then you guys can sort of come up on this flank while you guys here are coming to Turku. And you two might as well support this attack over here. Good, yeah, I think that is fairly fantastic. Good. You guys all more or less advancing into sensible directions. Let's get you to attack there. Drive them back a little bit. And that should be fairly nice. Right. Okay, we are struggling over here, but I think not for long probably. Oh, and actually this went fairly well, much better than I actually anticipated, so let's try to grab that. Oh, Philippines have capitulated against Japan. Well, Manila is falling. Let's take a brief look at Europe. So the Americans are holding out at this area. Free France is actually holding out over there, and in Africa doesn't seem to be doing too bad either. We are holding out against Rhodes and against this area. And in all other areas it seems to be more or less fine. How's the weather over here? Still a blizzard. So yeah, still not really the time to attack. Okay, you guys, can you... This is weird. There is some lake that I can't really tell is there, but okay, so then actually let's continue to push over there. You guys are getting there, and you know what, you can sort of try to get at least... Really cannot advance into here? Yeah, another one of these lakes. Especially when they are frozen, they are so hard to tell apart. Right, let's get you to go there. And one of you at least are going to get into that area. And that should be okay, and you guys can also support this attack here at least. These are a lot of troops, but it's, I think, worthwhile to pin them down while we are attacking into these various directions. Good stuff over there. You guys can actually advance into this area here, I believe. Let's have you support that as well. Yeah, that should easily drive them off while you guys are continuing your advance there. Hitting that troop there. Well, this is not nice because it does mean we're probably going to see some surrender progress. Oh, sorry, some reinforcements basically. Right, you guys all doing fine though. You're going to Turku. Can you then go back and basically deal with these guys? While you should also try to do that from there. I think you just wrap up the situation there. You are definitely going to surrender there. That's nice. Let's try to get you to advance a little bit. Okay, all in all, not too bad. Even though it's starting to look quite messy. Down there, no particular attack over there except for here. You guys are slowly but surely starting to gain some stuff. Missing equipment production, strategic bombers. Yeah, okay. If you're losing strategic bombers, that's gonna have to be all right. I don't think we're ever gonna build them in any significant numbers. Right. Apparently this area here is free, so let's try to get into there. While you are supporting this attack basically there, and that I think should seal the fate of all of these guys in this little pocket. Which obviously I think is great. Good. Right, let's advance into here at least. You're advancing into there. Well, that's okay then. Let's get you all get up there a little bit faster. Right, we do need to be slightly mindful that we're not getting into any sort of weird pockets up here, where we might be losing a lot of stuff. You're going to Turku? No, you're going there. Okay, fine. And then let's go up the coast. This attack 1 against 2 is not going to go anywhere, I'm afraid. Yeah. Stop it. Even 1 against 1 in terms of attacking is obviously not a good idea. Right, there seems to be another one of these legs, so let's try to use that to our advantage. Yeah, okay, so a small cutoff over there. And some movement down here. Yeah, but all in all it seems like we are doing fine. Yeah, I think this is going to resolve itself extremely quickly soon. And up over here we are also fine. You're all supporting this attack, which is fabulous. Let's try to be a bit more aggressive. You know what, you guys can attack up there as well. These guys have actually been thrown back already, so that should be okay there. Right, someone is doing a weird attack down here. You shouldn't do that. Is that sort of your garrison area? Yeah, it does belong to that, so let's get rid of this. We are a little bit attritioning down here, but I think we are repairing this infrastructure. Can we confirm that? Yeah, we are. So that should be relatively okay. We're also building up that radar station. So all of that should be nice and smooth. Okay, and this is starting to look like a Korean front. And these guys down here are starting to look like they're in trouble. Nice. Good. You guys, can you come up here and sort of prepare for an ambush along this front line there? It's only a very minor amount of troops now, but I still think it's important. Right, you guys are all attacking here. Can you sort of do that on a very, just like everyone go in and try to do that? I think that's fairly good. Right. Nice. How are we looking in terms of infantry equipment? Still about 60 days probably, yeah. We're not really making any progress, but yeah, what can we do? Right, any specific weak point? They're building up an enormous amount of troops in the south. This is looking a little bit like a weak point. Thing is, if we are to attack them here, they might be coming into there, and I'm not sure whether I want that. This area here is still frozen shot, I think, even though there's no immediate indication of any benefit to their side. So yeah, let's see whether that is going to develop at some point. Okay, you guys are mostly fine. Can I ask you to commence your attack as well? Oh, we are being beaten back there apparently. Now the 2 divisions being destroyed over there, and you guys all pretty much are out of a job. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, so let's grab at least you, and ask you to be on a front line over here, which does apparently have the same color, and get over there, and we are going to ask you to immediately commence on doing that. Okay, let's get up over here and sort of circle around there. That'd be nice. Also, the yellow army is entirely without a job now, and that is not great, because these are actually very good guys. 6 guard army. I'm tempted to ask you guys to be on this Finland front, basically. Yeah, I think that's gonna be alright. So let's shift you over there. And that should be okay. I think everyone else over here is gonna be alright. I would like to cut off their retreat to northern Norway, actually. That would be fairly nice. Good. Right, down here. Well, how about this area up here? 6 divisions. 6 German divisions. Probably very well dug in. But if we can attack, let's say, with 5 divisions from over here, plus these 5 divisions, plus at least, let's say you, because you're not fully dug in, you're going to support this attack. And one more. You're also going to support. So that should mean we are now attacking with more divisions than he has, and most of them are having much more attack power than he has, so that I think is great. Let's do that. And you want simultaneously, since there's only 6 down here, you guys can attack over here with 3 divisions. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask these 4 divisions over here to support this attack. Right, so we've got 3 against 3. Ours are mostly much better. So I think we will be successful over there. And just do a minor push against him, but still one that might support our chances in the future a little bit. 3 divisions up here. That's also looking kind of juicy, actually. Yeah, Brest-Litovsk is starting to look a little bit weirdly over there. Still, mostly relatively weak units there. Hey, what are you doing? You're coming there. Could you get rid of all of this here, basically? Let's try to circle around over here. You're attacking there, that's great. Yeah, up over here you guys seem to be a little bit weak, but as these yellow guys are moving into the area over here, I think what we can do is pull the mountain troops, or the Spetsnaz, a little bit further to the right over here. Just like so. And get a more consistent front line here. Good. Yeah, and I think it also well reflects how these guys are preparing for their setup there. Good. So, killing a lot of Germans over here, I think, all in all. Okay, terrain is now raining, which probably means I think it's looking okay there. So that is who? That is you guys, 1st Guard Army. Okay, let's commence on your jobs here. Start by attacking out to the left over here. See whether we can do enough damage against them to make this worthwhile. Okay, this is the critical bit up here. They're doing okay there. Okay, so they are holding out, but sort of just barely. Let's grab you and support this attack from another direction. And one of you is going to do the same over here. So that should give us a little bit more combat width. To maybe overwhelm them a little bit faster. Yeah, but it's only a little bit. Okay, this attack here looks pointless, but I think it's still alright, because it will pin down these troops. Okay, you're also moving up there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack you here. So that basically you don't have a chance to get away. And actually, I think what we need to do is ask all of you here to commence your attacks. Just on a very broad front, overwhelm them. Were you? It's you guys. Okay, you're also attacking, but it just doesn't look like that. Let's wreak a little bit of havoc on their front lines here. Just by attacking from multiple directions onto their front, and I think that's going to be okay. Yeah, they are having some troubles down there, which is okay. Fairly lovely, actually. How about half of you attack into here, and let's say half of you do support this attack. Yeah, nice, nice, I think. This bit up over here is the most critical bit. If we can break through over here, that is going to be lovely. But just right now, it just doesn't look extremely likely. But still, it's going to wear them down and going to create problems for them. And that is always a nice thing. Right, let's get all of you to attack there, I think. Americans cancelling their land and lease. Which at least might give us a little bit of convoys to actually get some some equipment here. Okay, with the Turks I still want to trade. Okay, let's set this to 0. Then let's get it back to full ops here. And British... yeah, okay, fine. Now we're at least producing enough equipment there. Good. 800,000 men. How are we looking in terms of infantry equipment? Minus 13,000. It's starting to look a little bit better here. 14. At some point we might actually have enough equipment to supply all of our troops. Yellow Army. That's you. Go ahead and start your attacks. Yeah, I think we will be overwhelming them. Right, where are you attacking? Maybe you should actually try to get over here. Wouldn't that be lovely? Yeah. Again, encircling units, always a good idea. As well as trying to overrun them. Mechanized wave done, also lovely. Let's continue to do this to go for backhand blow, which is a very nice thing. And reinforcement rate, yes, of course we're going to research this. We have a lot of army experience saved up over here. Yeah, we'll see whether we can do anything over here while we are advancing. We're at least getting a lot of stuff. Also, better mechanized, better engineering infantry. That's nice. I think it is time to start and research logistics companies, because we are seeing some logistics trouble, specifically down here, as all of these guys here have an enormous amount of attrition, which is obviously not great for us. Right, yeah, at least we are killing off a couple of their divisions. Can see they are down to 5 divisions. The cipher for Germany is fully decrypted. So that means we're also getting some benefits over there. That's nice. These attacks here going apparently quite well down here in the south. Have moved up into there. That's nice. How about over here? Can we get you then to attack into there? Support this basically. Okay, you 6 units. Do join in on this attack. Okay, then do independently attack over here if you can't do anything else. Okay, half of you are going to attack over there, and you guys are going to attack over here. So 79%, 6 divisions against 6, theirs are slightly better than ours, but we have more in reserve. So, best of human wave tactics, basically. Ask for non-aggression pacts, yes, South America, you can do that, I don't mind. Right, let's try to attack you on a broad front. Please push in. My hopes rest mostly on this attack over here. So 2 of these units are very close to breaking, 3 of them actually. So only 1 remaining that is truly well defended. And that is falling quickly now. Right, so there's the counter-attack. Not a big surprise, but we now need to be extremely aggressive over here and try to just break through with as many forces as we potentially can. Let's try to get all of you to move to Königsberg. You're being attacked over here, but I think this attack is it's apparently weak, but I don't quite believe that. So yeah, I think we are all right over there. Let's also flank these units here, because that should give them some hefty modifiers that I think are going to be alright. Yeah. All of this means we are losing enormous amounts of infantry equipment. Luckily we do have a military factory that we can use. I suppose some anti-tank equipment is nice. Apparently we are now getting too much in terms of equipment, so that's okay. How are we doing in terms of construction? Yeah, we have at least 1 level of radar technology. We are building up a lot of stuff. You know what, Leningrad, I think we can deprioritize that. And I want to prioritize probably areas like this one that are a little bit closer to the front. Yeah, that's okay. Good. Right. You guys are all fine. We are not seeing any... Ooh. We are seeing something over here, and that is nice because this is a nice encirclement. But yeah, we're mostly trying to push back on a very broad front there. Most importantly down here. So there's the next attack. Fantastic. I think someone should attack into there. We are indeed doing that. Okay, let's grab half of you. Let's support this attack over here. And the other half is going to advance into there. And then we need to change this up just a tiny scooch there so that you guys are moving back there. Right, broad attack down here. And I think with all of our mechanized forces streaming into these positions, I think we're doing very great over there. Let's try to further this attack up here by adding multiple directions to that. And we should see a lot of divisions adding into the fight over here from our side, which is great because their troops cannot support this attack for a long time. Good, we did manage to take them out over there. We are taking them on this flank. Over here it's starting to look a little bit less great for us, so this is only these two divisions fighting. Let's come in from this direction and let's continue to push up here with a couple of forces. 5 divisions up over there. Area's looking clear, relatively speaking, so let's grab all but one of you and attack across the river over here. And half of you are going to support this attack. There's way more combat width than we can support, but I think it's alright. Good. Right, but most importantly here, this attack, can we push them back? Yeah, our motorized forces are now extremely isolated. They're going to be counterattacked and they're probably going to lose. But our mechanized forces are just right on their heels. And if we can stand here for a second, I think we are going to be okay. Right, let's come into there and let's pin these guys down here for a second. While we are trying to come up there with some troops. Including, let's say, 2 tanks. And one more tank I want to send directly south here. Maximize disruption to their forces. Which I think we're doing relatively good, well over here. Right, let's get over there. Okay, we are being counterattacked over here, but just from this one flank. So I think soon we're going to be okay, and we are sending in more reinforcements here. And at this point I think their attack should fail rapidly now. And indeed that does seem to be the case. Right, let's continue the advance over here. Flank them over there. You guys are all moving up. One of you might as well support this attack over here. And also just keep the position where you're currently at. And while this is super messy, we have now cut off their troops from over there. Now the next thing is that we do need to... Okay, you guys, except for let's say 2 of you, stop this, stop over here. One is going to stay over here, and the rest is going to come up towards these harbor areas over here because I want to make sure that they cannot withdraw via their harbors from our onslaught, basically. Okay, you guys can support this. Yeah, and there's something overrun, but I think that was the enemy, so that I think is okay. You guys are moving up north there with tanks. Great. Where are you going? Don't think that is where you want to go, really. Let's try to support this attack here. Yeah, and Mim should fall very rapidly now, so that's great. British Malaya capitulating, that's not so good. So at some point we need to readdress the threat that the Japanese pose. But for now, all of this up here looks fine. So let's try to capture this area there because it's somewhat meaningless. And then these tanks here can sort of roll along this front line. Roll up, basically. Defeat all of these troops. Let's get a couple of guys up over here. Mostly so that we are not losing anything to any stupid counterattack. Yeah, so how many troops have we got in this pocket now? So that is about 7... Let's call that 14, 15, 19, 21, 24, 20, 36, 38, about 42 divisions that are in this pocket. If we can prevent them from withdrawing via sea, I think that's going to be fantastic. So let's keep on pushing up over here. You guys can actually advance into here, sort of push up there. you guys do attack into this territory. It's somewhat uncoordinated, but I think all in all we are going to win over here very rapidly. And we definitely do have the manpower to support this sort of advance. Oh, 3 military factories. Let's produce a couple of more light tanks. I think we are a little bit shy on those. But there we go. Yeah, fantastic, fantastic work by our army over here. That should rapidly result in a large number of overrun units. Yeah. And here we go. How's the rest of the front line looking? No major German attacks anywhere. Ooh, no, not even here. I think this is something where we actually made some very good progress against them. So, you know what? Let's try to continue our advance here. Move a couple of divisions over there. And all but one of you are going to support this attack here across the river. And hopefully going to lock them down there. Yeah, I think that would be fantastic. Most of them seem to be quite weak. Yeah, and up over here, they've got so many troops, but so little power to do anything about this. 200 frontline. Yeah, just look at that. They're gonna meld over here. They're seriously going to meld. You can basically watch at the reserves here. They're coming down, I was supposed to say, but the number just went up there for a second. Recon company done. Lovely. I guess we could do with a little bit more military police. Armor, 134 days. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's research better tanks. And I suppose we do need to have a look at our operatives because our freed guy here was actually freed up. So what can we do with the Germans then? I think we might want to start preparing a collaboration government. We could sabotage the infrastructure, we could steal military blueprints, aviation blueprints, all of that. Capture the cipher. You know what? Let's prepare this over here. Let's get you. And someone else. Maybe another German. Yeah, I think that would make certain sense. And let's commence when ready. 2,000 infantry equipment, 200 support equipment, 11 factories. Okay, maybe not. Okay, you guys then do go ahead and build your intelligence network in I'm always right-clicking, I shouldn't do that. In Berlin, and that's going to be okay. While you can go ahead and start to build an intel network in Bucharest, because why not? Good. Some attacks down there, not the end of the world. And this pocket over here, come on, let's finish it up. Yeah, you can see this number going down by the minute as we are killing division after division of the Germans over here. And after that, I do want to know how well they stand in terms of all of their manpower. Right. I think we are losing over here. Let's try to grab this side of the river. You might support this. Yeah, a lot of our units are quite weak actually and not the best, not set up in the best way, but still, that's okay. And up over here, this is done. So very lovely. That does free up a lot of our troops, and I think we are going to reshift this all a little bit. But yeah, let's have a look at how the Germans are doing. We've lost now, since the last episode, I think about 300,000 more men. Most of them obviously towards the Germans. The Germans, on the other hand, have lost 1.1 million more against us, and that is in addition to uncount number of Italians, Romanians. No, that number's relatively equal, but they have lost a lot over here. And we can actually probably check that up over here. So what is in terms of combat? We've lost in the last, let's say, 2 months, 300,000 men. We've lost we've destroyed an enormous amount of infantry equipment. So that's super nice. I think the Germans are basically, they're not spent. They definitely still have a lot of fight in them, but with only, well, still 2 million men in reserve, and yeah, but they've lost 1 million men, I think, in terms of actual deployed manpower, and that is significant because they don't have the infantry equipment to resupply themselves. A little bit over there, but only, I think that's probably just spurious as they are reinforcing. and some military equipment might get freed up. Great, we're doing okay over here, I think. All in all, that just does seem like a relatively decent result for the Soviet Union here. We have only ever been pushed back a little bit, not actually too badly, I would say, and we are now controlling some German territory, so we might actually have to consider the occupied territory here in terms of Germany. So, that being said, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope to see you around next time. Bye bye.